Greetings, citizens. It's your buddy Greg here. I know I have been pretty much off planet for the last 6 months, but here I am, and like everybody else, wrapped up in the COVID-19 situation. So I've also been isolating myself from people, and then I found out that my regular lifestyle already fits in with this. So for a lot of people, isolation not a big deal. You're already living that life. But on a more serious note, been on Facebook a lot, just keeping up with the news, and been in a lot of commentary with people and just trying to make sense of what's going on, like a lot of you out there. And at the same time, I just happened to be looking at the YouTube channel and noticed that we've crept up over 600, so wanted to welcome all the new subscribers. And apparently the video that's being noticed right now is the Intex pool video, which is kind of hilarious since if you haven't seen that video, a few weeks ago we had a windstorm that pretty much wrecked that pool, but it's fun to answer questions about a non-existent pool. And of course it will be replaced here eventually. But if you have any questions on that system, I can of course still answer anything for you. But that just goes to show you, like when you video things, that you don't know if they'll be there in the future, so sometimes it's good to have a record. But like many of you, just trying to make sense of what's going on, current facts that we've got to work with. As of today, we've got a death toll well over 7,000, approaching 8,000 probably by tomorrow. Information that I've learned that this virus has 8 different strains that's circling the globe, and according to scientists in Iceland, there's about 40 mutations of this. So there's a lot of versions of this virus out there, and in my opinion, they don't know that much about it yet. First, it was going to affect people of a certain age with compromised immune systems, but then on the other hand, you see young people dropping dead from this thing in days, and they have no pre-existing conditions. So in my opinion, best thing you can do right now is practice social distancing, the stuff you see on the news. Definitely, keep up with washing the hands, protect yourself. As of now, the CDC has declared that you need to wear some kind of face protection. The truth is, at first it was droplets, then it was aerosol, and now there are theories going out there that it could be airborne in some variants. So the truth is, at this point, it's hard to tell what's going to protect you, but you have to do the best you can. N95 masks are in shortage. The one that's in the thumbnail, I just happened to find an ancient one, which the rubber bands are about to break on it because it's from about 7 years ago when I did some kind of painting work and I had one left over. And like most of you, I didn't go out and get masks because by the time I really became aware of it, there was already a rush on it. So tip that I've learned, you can use the blue shop rags. If you go to an AutoZone or any kind of auto parts store, they're going to have these blue shop rags, and those have a much higher density and they approach the filtration of an N95 mask. So that's a tip for you if you need to make a mask for yourself. But at this point, if you're going shopping, I'm limiting my trips to about once a week and trying to just knock that down to once every 2 weeks. So the best thing you can do right now is stay at home. Obviously, people are watching a lot of YouTube. This channel has picked up tremendously in the last couple of days, even though I haven't been doing much new material, but I promise that's going to be coming. There's a lot of projects that I have been working on, and the YouTube channel has kind of taken a seat back, but that's definitely going to have stuff going on to it. And yes, I will get the drones fixed and flying. So of course a lot of that needs to get done soon, because other things through the grapevine is that the Postal Service might be shutting down by June, so keep that in mind. And basically at this point you should be keeping yourself stocked up lightly as you go along. Leave things for others. Don't be a hoarder. Don't try to buy everything you see, but definitely you want to keep a little bit of back stock. So shop lightly, but check things frequently. The stores that I've been seeing in this area, I live in North Carolina, in Sanford, we have the usual toilet paper situation that people joke about, that is in tight supply. Hand sanitizer, thermometers, things of that nature are nowhere to be found. If there's any interest on it, I'm thinking about maybe doing a shopping vlog when I go out, so just to let you see what we have around here. If you're interested in that, just put it in the comments. But it's definitely surreal, and if you want my honest opinion of what interpretation I have of what I see going on, America was definitely not prepared for this. We don't have the healthcare facilities and equipment ramped up for this. We did have lead time that was wasted, but that's politics, so I'm not even going to get into that. But safe to say that with the slow lockdown, and some states still not locking it down, it's basically like having a no peeing section in a swimming pool right now. So you want to think of America as basically not one country, but a country of many different states at this point. And if you're a lockdown state, the state that's parallel to you is not locking down, that's going to have an effect. So long story short, I'm going to see that this thing stretching out. I think we need to get hunkered in, because I think we're going to experience a new kind of life for at least the next couple of months. I don't think this is going to be over in weeks. I think New York is going to have their peak, and once New York has their peak, there'll be another area with a peak. Could be New Orleans, could be in Missouri, could be anywhere, and it could be simultaneous. So I think we're just getting started with this, unfortunately. I think I think we're just going to have to adapt to it. And honestly, one of the most responsible things you can do right now really is to stay at home if you can. I'm opting out of my job for the next month. I've been feeling ill off and on, but I haven't been able to get tested. The testing situation in North Carolina is still, unless you're practically in need of a ventilator and check all their boxes, they're not going to test you. So that's disappointing to know, because you can't control something without data points. So anyway, just wanted to mainly just drop a line and, let everybody know about the updates, and mainly thank you for the 600 subscribers. But it's definitely a new kind of life, and want to give a quick shout out to a lot of the guys I haven't been keeping up with lately. Martin Burnt of Sky and Water, just liked your video just now. Miss flying with you, so definitely we're gonna get back to it. Shout out to Philly Mike. Shout out to some of my Facebook friends out there. Amanda Bray, another drone pilot, Lisa Eller Job. She's also run some good commentary on Facebook on our groups. So I've been keeping up with things just like a lot of you, and glued to Netflix. Gotta be honest, took a look at Tiger King, wasn't my bag. There's other stuff you can watch out there. Alcohol sales, yes, apparently everybody is either drunk or stoned in America, because these are the items that are flying off the shelves. You cannot find Everclear in the ABC stores, obviously, because that's being used as sanitizer. But generally speaking, if the numbers I remember are correct, beer sales are up 40%, wine about 55%, and hard liquor is 75%. So a lot of Americans are coping with this any way they can, and I say more power to you. I say go for it. Got to do what you can, but be nice to the spouse you're living with, or people that you're with. It's going to be hard. Everybody's confined in a room and confined in a house, and it's hard to live together with people constantly. Like, there's a little bit of tension in my household as well, since I've stopped working a few days ago. So you realize that you kind of miss work, even though you hate it. So that's the odd thing. So, but anyway, just everybody hunker in And the best thing you can do is help those doctors and nurses right now that are in your area. They're working hard. I can assure you that just by wearing wearing some PPE equipment, shopping, those masks are uncomfortable, they're hot, they're annoying, and can you imagine somebody has to work a 12, 14-hour shift in that gear and seeing what they have to see? So best way to help them is stay at home. So I'm definitely an advocate for that. If you can work from home or swing it, if you're a non-essential employee, definitely help out in that way. So anyway, just wanted to say hi, and if you've got any questions, opinions, maybe if I should do a blog, whatever, just let me know in the comments below. I thank you for watching, and onward and upwards. Take care.